and welcome to Vaping with Raider Chick. I'm Raider Chick. Today I proudly celebrate 110 days of using an electronic cigarette and being a vapor. And I haven't made a video in a while, and I took kind of a hiatus, although I haven't been vaping that long, but I took a hiatus to kind of learn and kind of immerse myself into the vaping community and try to find out as much information as I can to come on and be able to share some of the things I've learned. And today I am going to share with you 20 things that I've learned in the past 110 days of using an electronic cigarette and becoming a vapor, so that I could, pass it on to anybody who is watching and who wants a little bit of information that I have to give. I guess the first thing that I would say is you're gonna spend money. I did a video, the cost of vaping, very early in my review process, and did not realize that breaking even is kind of an anomaly. It kind of doesn't exist because you're always going to be searching for that newer, better, cooler thing. At least that's me. And it's just one of those things when it comes to vaping and all the stuff that's out there and all of the fantastic websites that you can go to that have some really neat stuff. So the cost of vaping, unfortunately, is different for everybody, but for me, I kind of am doing my stockpile. I've got my juices now, and I've got some pretty cool electronic cigarettes that I use, and it's just kind of going to be a process for you whether you ever break even. I know somebody posted on the cost of vaping that you actually get something back for your health, and for me that's a huge thing. Being able to breathe and not being out of breath walking up the stairs is a pretty huge thing. So your spending is going to be, on a per person basis, but I know for me it is kind of a fun thing to look at all the new and cool stuff that's out there. Number two, get involved in your community. If you are lucky enough to have a local vape store, or even a place where they have organized meets or an organized group. I am blessed to belong to the Hoosier Vapers here in Indianapolis, and I'm blessed to belong to them and be a part of such a great organization that educates the vaping community and helps get new vapors started. And it's a great thing to belong to. So get involved in your community if you can find somebody, even if it's online, but get involved and just be a part of the vaping community. Stay away from the guys, those little kiosks at the mall that want to charge you an ungodly amount of money for something you can find, a quarter of what they're gonna charge you for the same exact thing. So be really leery of those kiosks in the mall that are gonna charge an exorbitant amount of money for something you can get for a lot less. Ask questions. If you are lucky enough to find people online, belong to Facebook groups, anything like that, if you are lucky enough to have that, and I hope that you are, ask questions. No question is dumb. The only dumb question is an unanswered question. So definitely ask questions from somebody that has more time in vaping, or find somebody to learn together. It's always funner to do stuff together. So yeah, just get involved and ask questions. If you don't know, the only way you're ever going to know is if you ask questions. Read everything that you can. I did, and I continue to read and immerse myself into what vaping is and how I can better educate myself to be able to talk to people on the street, whether they see me using my electronic cigarettes or whatever. So definitely read everything you can get your hands on. There's ECF, Electronic Cigarette Forum. you know, go on there, check it out. They have a place on that forum where you can go to your, you know, location specific, you know, town specific kind of thing. So look into that. Don't lower your nicotine level until you're ready. Start where you think you are comfortable, I guess, depending on, you know, what you're introduced to. I was introduced at 18. I thought 24 and 36 would be too much for me. So, and I'm still at 18 110 days later. I did try to lower my nicotine to 12 and found myself vaping a lot more. So don't lower your nicotine until you're ready, and you'll know when you're ready. You'll feel like more of a grown-up vapor. But take baby steps. You know, get yourself ready for that transition. I'm not ready yet, but when I am ready, it will be time. So, you know, definitely don't go headlong into changing it because somebody says you have to. You don't. You stay where you're comfortable. What works for you. Facebook. You know, I am blessed to be a part of quite a few Facebook groups that have to do with vaping, and have found a great many friends online, and it's been a lot of fun. Vapers United is one of them. If you have a chance to go on there, if you're not already a member, Vapers United is one of them. Go and check them out. It's a great place to get the knowledge, to read about, to learn, to ask those questions. It's one of my favorite places to go online onto Facebook. So get a Facebook, go onto Vapers United. It's one of my favorite places to go. Or any other vape-related groups. There's a ton of them out there. So, and there's many of them that fit your lifestyle, fit the way you are, who you are, and what you are. So definitely go out there and find that. For me, and I've heard this from a lot of other vapors, dripping is the best way to taste a new juice. It brings out the flavor. It's one of the things I've learned, and that's how I always taste a new juice, is by dripping it in an atomizer, and that tells me whether I'm going to like it or not. For me, the way I clean my atomizers and my cartomizers, and I do use my cartomizers twice. I use them when they're brand new, use them till, you know, I think it's kind of not a really great vape or anything. And then I use Everclear. Everclear is the best way. Just put them in a glass. These have been sitting overnight, so I'll be changing these out. I take my syringe, which is a blunt needle tip syringe, squirt them through there. The Everclear dries so quick, you're good to go. That's the best way I know. And I use then I'll use the cartomizers again. Atomizers I'll use till they poop out, but the cartomizers I'll use those a second time, and then after that I throw them away. And have a blunt tip syringe. That's my next thing. This has been a valuable tool that I got at my very first meet in Kokomo, and a friend of mine gave me this, and it has been a best friend part of getting tanks filled and all that other kind of stuff. So definitely get a blunt tip syringe. Cotton swabs. These are a vapor's best friend. You take this, you can get it wet with a little bit of Everclear at the end. You can use water, whatever makes you feel comfortable. You take it and you clean and you swab between juices before you put it on your charger. I mean, everybody loves the paper towel. Yes, paper towels are a must. You have to have your paper towels around with you when you're switching juices, cleaning up, spills, whatever. So paper towels and the Q-tip are your best friends. Another thing that I feel is very invaluable: shake your juices. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your juices. Shake your juices before you put them in your tanks, your cartomizers, whatever. It's just something for me. I'm kind of weird about that. I just shake them up to make sure that all the flavors are all mixed and good. I also believe in steeping. A lot of people yes and no, and hot water bath steeping and whatever. I just like to open up my bottles, you know, smell them, see if they're going to be good, twist them off, you know, shake them up and leave them alone. I do a lot of my juices that way. Some of the juices I can't wait for, but personally, I believe in steeping. Your taste buds are going to change, and that is one of the reasons why I've had such a delay in doing any juice reviews, which are going to be coming in the next couple days, is because my taste buds freaked out on me. First 30 days I thought that if this is how juice is going to taste and how vaping is going to be, this is going to be absolutely wonderful. And then all of a sudden I woke up one day and it was like I could not taste anything. It was so incredible. I'm like, what's going on? I would vape and there's nothing. There's no taste. It was like my taste buds were dead. And in a sense, what they do is they go through kind of a non-trauma period where you're not, you know, diluting them with all of these nasty 4,000 chemicals that are in a cigarette. So they're healing, and as they're healing, I guess they go through a process. So your taste buds are going to change. You're going to go through those dead periods of time with your tongue where things just don't taste right. So just bear with it. Keep on vaping. A lot of people will vape a menthol. A lot of people will, if they're menthol smokers, they'll vape a tobacco, or if you're a fruity, they'll vape a tobacco. If you're a tobacco, vape a fruity, whatever it is. Just try to find something that will work for you to get you through those days where your taste buds are just non-existent. I'm now okay with the taste buds and enjoying vaping again. It only lasted a few days, and every once in a while I'll have a day in, day out. Well, you know, a day in here and a day out there where, you know, it does happen. So it will happen. Just, you know, be prepared. Watch for over vaping when you first start, because I did this. Watch for over vaping and over nicking yourself, especially if you are on a high nicotine level. Some of the side effects can be an upset stomach, can be dizziness. For me, it's when I start getting really sleepy, when I know I shouldn't be sleepy. That means that I have been, you know, hand to mouth with my e-cig. I know that I've been vaping a whole lot, and sometimes if I'm just watching TV, I'll tend to over vape or whatever. So put the vaporizer down, put your PV down, just let it rest for a minute, go do something, you know. Anyway, but just be careful of that, because headaches is another side effect. So, but you know, just be careful of that. You know, be aware of what you're doing and what your body's doing. Also, sore throat. A lot of times atomizers, when you are dripping, can give you a sore throat if you're using it all day. When I went to my first vapor meet, yeah, I definitely got a really bad sore throat because I had been using been dripping the whole day, tasting so many different great juices. I did end up, not only did I overnick myself, but I also got a sore throat. So that is another side effect. Cheap isn't always the best. I know we're all budget buddy vapors. Thank you, Derp. We're all budget buddy vapors. Yes, I am. And but at the same time, if you want a good quality product, get a good quality product. There are so many places out there where you can find either a coupon, or there are so many different ways. There's always somebody who's having a sale, whether it be a sale on the product or a percentage off for some holiday, or even a discount or free shipping. So look for the different places out there. Later on in a video, I'm actually going to break down my top 20 favorite websites. So look forward to that. Here's one that's kind of hard for me to say, but at the same time, I got to put this out there. If you smoke, if you are vaping and something goes on, whether it be a hard time with your life, what's going on or whatever, and you do smoke, it's okay. It's okay that you have smoked a cigarette. I'd prefer you didn't. I'm sure your family does, but it's okay because you've been vaping. So every cigarette that you haven't smoked because you've been vaping, and that you'll continue to vape after that, you're all the more better person for it. So no worries. And there are a lot of people who actually vape and smoke. They don't smoke as much as they used to, but at the same time, the time that they're vaping, they're not putting those chemicals in their body. So there's going to be oops, there's going to be bumps in the road. That's going to happen. Maybe not to you. It has not happened to me. I can say in 110 days I have not had a cigarette, and I also have not had a real bad craving for a cigarette. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that does continue to happen for me. But if it happens to you, that's okay. Nobody's going to tell on you. Nobody's going to look down on you. We're all human. One thing that I found by doing a Google search was TVN, Total Vaping Network. And to me, it has been a godsend. And I just want to say thank you to everybody on TVN, all the hosts, all the people that are in there. I've never felt so much of a family type atmosphere where you walk in, or you go into, one of the rooms where the hosts are there, and you're a new vapor, and you go in there and you're overwhelmed and you're thinking nobody's going to like you, and you ask a question and everybody is there to help you. So Total Vaping Network, if you have not found it, find it. It's incredible. The people there are fabulous. Definitely have a sense of humor if you're going to go in there. Definitely have a tough hide, because some of the guys in there can be a little bit rough. But all in all, best people I've ever come to know in that type of a setting where you can have conversations online. But really, really great people. So TVN, Total Vaping Network, gptv.com or GP Network, gptvnetwork.com, I think. Anyway, just look up Total Vaping Network. It'll get you right there. So my last but not least thing that I must say, as always, go Raiders, because the Raiders got it this year. Just saying. Better recognize the Raiders have got it this year. I hope this has been informative. I hope that y'all have enjoyed this. More juice reviews and other things. Top 20 websites are coming soon. Take care of yourself. Make your own top 20. Make your own vape experience. Do what you can to keep on the vape. So thanks so much. This is Raider Chick out, and go Raiders!